Hello, seventh graders and eighth graders. Today is going to be pretty easy. It is when we're talking about functions, finding the relations between them. I think it's easy. There's going to be some screen recordings because they're going to give us some points and we're going to have to graph them. And I really am not sure how I'm going to graph them yet, but maybe I'll show you the answer key. I don't know. So let's get started. All right, so before we start, I want to talk about, they want us to, if you look at this, this is the homework practice that would come with your book. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, they want us to represent each relation as a table and a graph, then determine the domain and the range. So we're looking at domain and range, and this is something new to you guys. So let's look at this. So we have a set of coordinate points, as you can see, and then you see I have these little brackets around my coordinate point. That means these are the function, okay? So in order for you to really understand this, and I'm going to set up a table like that. We have X and Y. All right, now this part is easy. Putting the points on the graph, that part is easy, okay? So we have all of our X's. So this is X, 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 and X, right? So we have 3, 2, -4, and 0. All right, now our Y's. We're just going to plot this. Our Y for 3 is -4. These have to go together. 0, -1, and -3. Now, this is, I hope that you guys are listening to this and you're not fast forwarding like you sometimes claim you do. This is not going to be good if you are. All right, so if we look at this, here's our X's, here's our Y's. All right, now these X's, this is going to be our domain. X's are domains. So if you want to write this down somewhere, it'd be great. So X's, that's the domains. And then these Y's, that'll be our range. And the reason that is so is because, and the reason for it to be a function, it has to be a function. We have to have different X's each time. If you have a repeating X, it is not a function, okay? So what this is saying, a function is, -4 is a function of 3. So basically, I plug in 3, and I find my constant, my direct variation, my slope, whatever it is. That you plug in 3, it spits out -4. That's our range. You plug in 2, it spits out, if this was like a machine, a table, it spits out 0. If you plug in -4, it spits out -1. If you plug in 0, it spits out -3. This is a function. If they're asking, they're not asking, okay? So the domain are all these, and we like to put them, they like them to be in order from least to greatest, okay? So it would be -4, our domain, 0, 2, and 3. This would be our domain, and then our range would be in order from least to greatest. -3 is smallest, -1, 0. Oh, I forgot -4, y'all. So it would be -4, -3, -1, and 0. Okay, so that'd be our range. And the next thing you would do is you would plot them on here. So our first set right here is 3, -4. So I go over X first, 1, 2, 3, right here, and then I go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'd put a little dot there. I can't do that on this. Okay, and then the next set is 2, 0. So we would go over to 2, and we just put a dot because the Y is not moving. Then it's -4, -1. So we would go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go down 1. And then it is 0, -3. So we would go 0, and then we would go down 3 and put a dot. So it'd be really nice if my big screen TV worked. That would be a lot easier. So if we look at this right here, if we look at number 2, let's look at these. All right, so we have, here's our X's, 4, -2, -3, -1. My X's, I don't have a repeating X. I don't have like 2 +4s or I don't have 2 -2s, or 2 -3s, or 2 -1s. So this I can tell is going to be a function, because here's the deal. When you plug in, let's say, go back to this previous example. Let's say I have 2 +2s and I have 2 different y's. That means the rule in this table, or my function that goes in, it's not a function because you have 2 domains, but then you have 2 different ranges. You have one same domain, but 2 different ranges. That's not a function. It's not a function because it doesn't work well together, I guess is what I would say. All right. So then your range for this set of data is 2, 1, 0, -2, and then we would plot them. Then they give you stuff like this. Okay, Alton pays $48 per month for satellite television service. Okay, I'm going to erase this. And I'm just going to do a short video today because you guys seem to gripe when they're long, so I'm trying to keep it short. I don't want y'all spending 20 minutes watching a video. Okay, so Alton pays $48 per month for satellite television service. Make a table of ordered pairs in which the x-coordinate represents the number of months and the y-coordinate represents the total cost for months 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then graph it. But I can't graph on this, as you can see. Okay, so we have x's and y's. All right, so it's $48 a month, so it's cost in months, right? So our months are a function of how much, or our cost is a function of how much it cost, how many months we do. So it said 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have, it's $48 a month. And then 48 times 2, you can use your calculator. I don't, 96. It's faster for me to just do this. 4, 12, 13, 14, 144. And then 48 times 4, 2, 16, 17, 18, 19. 192. Okay. I'm not having like 3 months and then a different cost. It is the same each time, okay? So, I mean, it's different. My x's, my months are different each time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our range is 48. So if we were going to put this in order, this is really simple. Our domain would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And our range for this data would be 48, 96, 144, and 192. Now, if you need help learning how to plot these points, like if you need help learning how to plot them on this graph, let me know, and I can come help you. But other than that, we are done for today, and you can do your quizzes, and when you're done, you can work on Khan Academy assignments.